In this Helldivers 2 video, I wanted to discuss and showcase 3 fun builds against the Illuminate that are going to make things a little bit more interesting. What I mean by interesting is that the major order is once again on the Illuminate, and personally, I can't be the only one that facepalm for a second because the Illuminate are kind of feast or famine. If you're going solo, it's going to be an extreme sweat fest, and if you go in groups, it's going to be one of the easiest factions to face in the game. So in order to make things more interesting for not only myself, but for you guys, I'm going to give you 3 builds that I use to shake things up and make things a lot more fun and interesting and vary up my playstyles against the Illuminate because it gets boring running the same old things all the time. This loadout video is going to be a little bit different than my normal loadout videos. Rather than me just showcasing some gameplay and just rambling away about all the different items, what I wanted to do is I wanted to speak about the items while I'm in a dive. Basically, I'm going to be doing a commentary gameplay. It's going to be edited so that way it's not like a 30-minute video and whatnot, but essentially I wanted to do that because I feel like it's going to be more educational to talk about these things as I'm using them. But anyways, enough yapping. We got a lot to go over. Let's do it. All right, so as we get our stuff called in here, we're going to be running this laser Armageddon 3.0 build. I've done 2 other iterations of this build. Essentially, it's going to be centered around using all lasers, and this is the first time I've actually showcased the build with every single category being a laser outside of the grenade, obviously. So the core of this build is going to be centered around the double-edged sickle, which we're wearing the inflammable heavy armor passive with vitality booster. That's going to allow us to shoot the double-edged sickle for quite a while before we catch on fire, start taking damage. We're also running the laser cannon to be able to have heavy penetration right away. It's going to deal a lot of damage, be great for dealing with the flesh mobs, also dealing with the overseers, things of that nature. And we also are running the Talon secondary, great little sidearm that's very similar to the Senator. Except it has unlimited ammo as long as you pace your shots. Also running the laser guard dog, which is going to be great for just dealing out decent DPS. Since the Illuminate are a little bit more fleshy, it's going to be great for being able to penetrate those armors and whatnot. So we're going to try and take advantage here and get the DES heated up here. Somebody's already got a laser in here. Wild. Gonna move around here, try and get away. We are also running the orbital laser as well and the laser sentry. Even though it is absolutely terrible, we're still gonna add it in here because it's just to make the build fun and again go for that whole laser Armageddon vibe. So we're basically lasered out of our minds, baby. Flesh mob, and boom, he's gone. We can also do here. So the good thing about the double-edged sickle, if you don't use it very often, is that it actually heats up. And the more it heats up, the more damage it does, up to 70 damage per second or per shot. And then we'll also do heavy penetration on the top end when you catch on fire, which is absolutely ridiculous as well. So once you hit that 25% though, you actually start doing medium penetration, which is really strong. And then we can throw a gas grenade in to help us clear a little bit as well, because the gas grenade is going to work really, really well against the voteless, especially for taking them out very quickly. All right, so let's get that in there. Wait for him to stop shooting his little beam. Disable his shield. So the laser cannon is also going to set him on fire, which is a very good thing as well. You can shoot his eyeball with the laser cannon to take him out quickly as well, but I found that the joint area with the laser cannon is still the most effective place to shoot him. Okay, so we're going to actually get a reinforcement called in here. Going to get a resupply called in right here. But yeah, see, we have constant DPS. That's why I love this build so much, is because I've showcased it against both the bots and the bugs, but this is prior to the laser cannon coming in. And I think I didn't even use the Talon in that build also. But anyway, this build is just so much freaking fun, man. It's just you have constantly something to do, something to shoot. Don't have to worry about ammo. The only thing you got to worry about is stims and grenades. Clean these guys up. So we're gonna use the Talon to clean up some of these voteless. Shoot the legs out. Boom. Laser guard dog is gonna help us out as well. If I don't miss all my shots. It's one thing I really don't like about the sidearms right now is the stupid sway on them or whatever that makes it take longer to center. That's kind of annoying right now. We're gonna see some laser sentry action here. See if we can get a good spot. So if the issue with the laser sentry that a lot of people don't like is the fact that it will overheat itself, so you got to be careful there. But if you place it well, it can actually give you some good value. This is not necessarily the greatest place in the world, but I'm trying to make sure it doesn't overshoot. But if you use it to help you take out some things, it can cool down, which is good. So we're going to take this guy up from here because he's trying to mess up our sentries and whatnot. Is there another one over there? Yeah. Okay, he's dead. Dang, man, he's freaking cooking. All All right, so we're going to actually drop a orbital laser just to showcase that. So the orbital laser is going to be great for taking out the bases and stuff. So it's going to take out those ships pretty quickly. It's going to travel around. All right, so we got that going. Now we're going to use... The sentry's probably going to burn itself out here, unfortunately. Oh, it's actually stopped. It actually stopped for once. This thing will cook itself, dude. Yeah, they got to increase the duration of it to make sure it doesn't cook itself. So hopefully they end up doing that in the future. Ah. All these guys off of us here. We got a lot of units on us. Going to blast them with the double edge. Well, let's heat it up. We also got the laser cannon behind us doing some work. I swap to the other laser cannon that we have. Take these guys out. Boom, boom. Laser sentry doing work as well. Yes, nice little cleanup of laser action. Goodness, lots of overseers right there. Goodness. Okay, so we got a stingray again. This is this. Okay, it's gone. Nice. Yeah, the laser will actually go through the little shield, which is quite wild. Try and move here. There's a lot of harvesters right here. Our gas grenade down. So the lasers seem to have got a mind of its own and went over there and attacked some other stuff. Take down this harvester real quick. Focus that joint. Boom, he dead. Okay, so we got those harvesters out of here. That flesh mob is gassed up, which is good. We got to get our brick back, the brick that we were using. See, something you can do too that's a good tech with this is that you can actually set the flesh mobs on fire like this, swap over, unload, and then you can keep DPSing with the double edge, so that way you can keep it going. Because the fire damage is going to do its thing while you boom, 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 light them up, light them up, light them up, light them up. Then they're dead. Alrighty, so we're going to use this. We're going to use this laser to actually try and take out this base. Sometimes it's pretty successful at taking out the bases, but that's the main thing I like the laser for against the Illuminate is just going around in situations where I need to clear stuff up, but mainly for taking out these bases because it does it pretty quickly overall and whatnot, even though you only got 3 uses. It's really good on the capture the flag missions as well. Yep, got it. So that's all cleared up for us. So now we're going to head to extract area. This guy take down his little shield thing so we can't reshield. Throw that there. Boom, dead. Throw that down. You can also use the double edge to take down harvesters if you want. It's just not the most effective in my opinion because it takes a minute for it to ramp up to be able to do medium pen to their leg. We're going to let the laser cannon cool down just a bit. We got a nasty situation right here on us. Use that to take him out. Take down this overseer. Harvester should die. Yep, we're committed good and long enough to call back in our laser cannon here. This should help us here. Use that. Come on, take out this harvester real quick. Good, laser's helping us out a lot. We're gonna go full laser here, dude. This is absolutely insane. All these lasers going off, this is crazy. So we got the lasers now in there. Helping us with the flesh mob. Ah, die, flesh mob. Okay. Let's gas this area up. So the gas will work on the flesh mobs pretty well. We gas those guys up a little bit. There we go. Nice. A lot of flesh mobs in there. But we, like I said, we just keep that DPS pumping, 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 pumping. I absolutely love it. So much fun. But yeah, that's the full Laser Armageddon 3.0 build. This is just so much fun again because of the constant DPS, the hot swapping potential, the fact that you're just constantly having things to do between shooting the laser cannon, being able to go after the harvesters, being able to use the double-edged sickle to get it to its maximum heat potential and keep shooting and having that massive damage. Talon is going. You got the guard dog laser going crazy whenever you got it going. You got gas grenades flying around. And also you have the laser cannon. Sentry, which is not great, but it is decent against the Illuminate when compared to other factions because there's less armor and things like that. And if you place it well, it will do decently. As well as you got the Orbital Laser, which is great for base clearing and just nasty situations. So overall, Laser Armageddon 3.0 is one of my favorite fun builds for the Illuminate. All right, we are running a build called Bulletstorm Fly Swatter-ish. I couldn't really decide what to call it. It's more of a Fly Swatter build because we're using the Wasp. The Wasp is actually a sneaky, underrated weapon against the Illuminates. It one-shots many things very easily, has great target acquisition, as we can see here. Watch. It's going to absolutely destroy those Overseers. That's what we want it for. So basically, we're going to be running a Bulletstorm build. It's going to consist of the Liberator Carbine, which is a very fast-shooting AR, as well as we have the Gatling and the Machine Gun Sentry, as well as the HMG emplacements. All of this together is going to be insanely fun. We also have the Pyro Grenades, which are going to be great for helping us with flesh mobs, hoping goes the harvesters and just general clearing. They have anti-tank properties because of the fact that the sparks that they do are very similar to a thermite grenade. So it's actually going to do great damage against the harvesters and whatnot. They got our sentries down. They're just going to light them up. So we're going to have our HMG emplacements to light them up as well. So we're going to be full light up mode here. So we got a harvester over there. We're going to use this to take out the harvester. Boom, 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 boom. Got a couple harvesters over there. If I get a better shot on the eye, he'll die a little faster. Good, he's dead. You're using the carbine against the Overseers. Aim for the chest. It's a light armor penetration. We're going to go around this corner and we're going to hit this flesh mob up with the Pyro Grenades. Try to keep him in that so because the sparks can do some good damage to him. Paired with our carbine, we should be able to kill him really quickly. He should die now. Boom. This guy out real quick. Boom. Dead. HMG emplacement is so freaking good. The guy out. Get these guys out. Got another harvester over there somewhere, I think. Or is he dead? One of the two. This guy called back in. Okay. Carbine to take those guys out. All right. Lots of Voltless. Tap them up with the carbine. I'm going to use the Wasp to take out a couple of these Overseers. Boom. 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 Okay. Back on the HMG. So much. This build is just so much fun because there's so much going on as well. Just have so many things to do. So many Bulletstorm opportunities. Freaking fun, dude. Like, legit, one of the most satisfying things in this game to do is just to shoot a Wasp shot and just absolutely eviscerate the Overseers, man. It's so freaking satisfying, man. Boom, dead. Just, you can kill them from such far away. It doesn't take a lot of, like, thinking. You just shoot and just, you know, as long as you got them in the target spot, it's really good. We're running the Desert Stormer armor, which gives us 40% resistance to all elemental damage, such as gas, fire, arc. And we particularly care about the arc thing because that's going to help us with a little bit of just random arc things that the Illuminate can do, and really you can kind of run whatever you want. But I was running this just because you can do it. If you're going to get the best value out of this, you're going to run the heavy variant because the medium variant does not protect you fully against the, you know, arc towers and things like that. So really the best way to get the best mitigation from arc damage is going to be running this with the vitality booster, but the heavy variant of this armor, and you'll get the best overall protection. If he walked right away from them for some reason. See if he gets him right there. Should be able to get him right there. Well, he's dead. Easy peasy. All right, gonna run away. We got a lot of enemies coming in right now. All right. A lot of enemies coming in here. They're getting taken out by the sentries. Ah! Does it kill me? Yeah, the trees can sometimes be a little bit of a problem. The Wasp should have did enough damage. There we go. Take him out like that. Okay. See if we can get it with this. There we go. Nice. Stingray out with the Wasp. So a couple little things about this build just to kind of finish this up is that the emplacements and the sentries are going to be the core of this build. You're going to drop these as often as possible, set up traps. The machine gun sentry and Gatling sentry are going to blow through enemies very quickly. Machine gun sentry has a very fast cooldown, so it'll be back a lot more often. The HMG emplacement is going to be set up a lot of times nearby these two sentries, but in general, you can just drop this as needed as well. Going to be great for eliminating every unit on the Illuminate very easily. Flesh mobs, harvesters, overseers. As long as you're accurate with it, you will melt enemies. The harvesters, just a couple little tips. Shooting the joint area is going to kill them the fastest with the HMG. However, you can take them out very quickly to the eye as well, and you can take out the shield as well. So that's a couple of things there. Power Tech Grenade, I didn't get a chance to show it as much as I wanted to, but it is really strong at being able to melt flesh mobs, can clear enemies very easily because it leaves a trail of fire everywhere, as well as it's very strong against the harvesters if you get it at their feet underneath the little shield. As you saw, I killed that one. And then as well, the carbine is just great for cleanup duty. You can use this in tandem with the power grenades. You can use it in tandem with the sentries, just blow through enemies very easily. If you are facing the overseers, make sure you aim for the middle of the chest because that is light armor. And it's going to kill them very quickly. And then for the Wasp, this is going to be your mid to long range tool to be able to just snipe out enemies from great distances. Love it against the Overseers. You saw it's just absolutely one-shotting Overseers out of the sky, on the ground, whatever. As well as you can kill flesh mobs in less than a magazine, which is kind of nice as well. And then lastly, again, it's going to be great for being able to take out the Stingrays. Not great on the Harvesters, but it can work, but it's not great against the Harvesters. It's good for some additional damage. But in general, that's the Fly Swatter / Bullet Storm build. It's kind of a hybrid of both, but it's a ton of fun. Okay, so this next build is going to be a Hover Pack build. The Hover Pack is one of my favorite things to use against the Illuminate in general. It's just fun to just float above the enemies and everything like that and rain hellfire down on them. So we're going to be running the Torture to be able to spray down fire on the Voltless and things of that nature. Gonna have the Stalwart basically as our primary for when we're on the ground. And then we're going to also be running Grenade Pistol to help take out the objectives such as the towers and things like that. We also have the Commando, and that's specifically for the Harvesters. Commando is actually extremely good versus the Harvesters, and one of my favorite ways to deal with them. So we're going to be using that to be able to take them out very quickly. And then lastly, we're also going to be running the Cluster Bombs for general clearing, as well as we're going to run the Siege Ready Armor passive for extra ammo. Flesh Mob dead. Grenade Pistol is also very good for taking out the towers, the little Tesla towers they have. More air here. Boom. Fire, baby. Fire. As we're coming down, we're going to drop a cluster bomb right here. This is probably going to kill us. Get up. All right. Got it just in time. So we're going to kill the... We're actually floating above the Overseers right now. Stalwart is absolutely incredible for clearing. Very fast fire rate. Very fast time to kill. Love it. Low recoil. Absolutely incredible. Take him out. Got gas grenades as well to be able to help clear some of the Voltless quickly. See, anytime I'm feeling threatened, just pop in the air. Boom. We can float above the gas, set the ground on fire, kill everything very quickly. Boom, baby. Gas here. We're going to also fly up. Boom. We're going to light the ground on fire. Kill all these Voltless very quickly between the gas and the fire. It's absolutely an incredible combo. Freaking so much fun. Gas this area up over here. No Harvester, but we do have a good opportunity to use the cluster bombs right here. We're going to back off. See how many kills we can get with this. Boom. Take this guy out with that. Again, with light weapons, aim for the chest of the Overseers, and it will kill them very quickly. Absolutely shredded that guy. Freaking get out of my face. Blast him with fire. Die, Mr. Flesh Mob. He's going in circles. He's crazy. All right, he's dead. Okay, we got a Harvester here. We're going to use the Commando to take him out real quick. Where's he at? Hello, Mr. Harvester. Boom. It usually only takes 2, but I fired 3 just because it was in the air. Wasn't sure how many it would take. We go back to our Stalwart here. Gonna grab this resupply as well. So let's drop one of these here. Got another Harvester here. Put a lot of those guys here. All right, so we're gonna need to take down his shield. Take down his shield. Throw a gas grenade there. Get our commando here. Fly around. Where's he at? Where you at, Mr. Harvester? Yep, just 2 there. We can use the rest of it to take out the guy if we don't miss. Flesh mob. Okay. Down so we can get better accuracy here. Blast him up. Get him out of here. Get out of here. All right, so a couple of things to keep in mind with this build when you're using it. So the hover pack is the centerpiece of it. Obviously, you're going to be able to float in the air for a period of time, and you can rain down hell on fire. That's the best thing, in my opinion, to do. Throw gas grenades, set enemies on fire, light the ground on fire. It's going to be great for clearing. Stalwart does work decently well, but it has such high vertical recoil for whatever reason. It's not really usable. But when you're on the ground, the Stalwart is going to be your main source of damage. You're going to run around using this thing. It can take out flesh mobs very quickly. It can take out overseers. It can also deal some good damage to the shields and whatnot, so it's going to be great for there. You also have the grenade pistol in here to be able to help you with the objectives from taking out the warp ships and things like that and whatnot, so it's going to be great there. It can help you with the various arc towers and things like that. Siege Ready Armor passive, I use the heavy variant because it gives me some extra damage mitigation. It's going to give you faster reloads with your torture. It kind of works for your Stalwart from what I remember, but don't quote me. I think that might be wrong, but you definitely get bonus ammo economy, meaning 1 extra magazine for your Stalwart as well as 2 extra magazines for your torture, which is extremely nice for better ammo economy for those 2 weapons since we're not running supply pack. And then for your other stratagems, cluster bombs are great, incredible for taking out shields. They're great for clearing huge streets of enemies, for being able to wipe out lots of enemies all at once. You got them clustered up from a fresh warp drop or whatever. It's going to be great for that. And then lastly here, the commandos are strictly here to help you with the harvesters. They take them out in 2 rockets, so it's extremely quick. Take down the shield with cluster bombs or the Stalwart. Grab the commando, take them out really quickly. This can also work decently well on the warp ships in a pinch if you want to just take down the shields and then shoot a commando shot at it. It will take it out in a couple of rockets as well. But overall, this hover pack build is extremely fun. One of my favorite overall builds in the game in general against all 3 factions, but specifically against the Illuminate. It's really, really fun. All right, so that's 3 total loadouts that are going to make things a little bit more fun and interesting when facing the Illuminate during this current major order and in the future during other major orders. But as always, let me know what particular builds you guys like to run against the Illuminate to kind of shake things up and make things more fun. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content similar to this. But anyways, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.